Hello friends and welcome to another update video. Patch 1.007 came out yesterday, today's Friday, and this video is going to be split into 3 parts, so everything's going to be timestamped if you want to jump ahead. Part 1, we're going to look at this trailer for NieR Automata DLC, and photo mode, we'll look at it kind of in depth, do a little analysis. Part 2, I go in-game and show you everything that changed as far as the patch goes, and then part 3 is going through, we did a full playthrough yesterday, going through to check to make sure all the speedrun tech still works. Spoilers, it all still works, but I still show you everything. Also, I created a Google spreadsheet for all of the speedrun tech in case you wanted to single out a specific trick and take a look at it, because I have videos for all of them. They're just unlisted on my channel. Okay, let's get into this trailer. So, let's start it here from the beginning. We're just going to watch over it once and then slow it down, kind of go frame by frame a little bit. Photo mode, we knew about this since June, but here we have some photo mode in action. You can see the different filters and stuff. Don't worry, we'll talk more about it. I just want to go through the whole trailer once. It looks good though. Okay, so the soundtrack, in case you missed my community post the other day, it's available to stream everywhere. Like, it came out on Apple Music first, then it was on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music, it's everywhere now. Okay, and here is that collaboration they talked about in their IPO article. But there's 2B with and without her eye mask. That might be like a glasses option. Here we are in flooded commercial sector. So this is very cool. Let's go back and take a look at everything. Starting with photo mode. So I'm going to slow it down here and we're going to see what information we can glean from this. Alright, so here we go. You can see Lily, drone, other character. You can choose to display, or not display, I guess, different characters. I guess the other character option would be a list of them. You have different poses for Eve. That's pretty cool. You can change her expression as well. It's kind of weird seeing Eve smile because she doesn't smile in the game. I think she smiles in like one cutscene, and that's when you finish Anya and Sue's quest. You have depth of field options, focus distance, focus visualization. You can change the aperture. That's kind of sick. Motion blur intensity. What else do we have? We have brightness, bloom intensity, sharpness, some filters. And it looks like you can actually apply filters on a per character basis. I guess you can put a global filter and then it says apply filter Eve. So I guess you could set it per character. So that's interesting. We have basic like Adobe Lightroom stuff, color, hue, saturation, you know, brightness, intensity. I saw a vignette there. Pretty cool. Alright, so what else do we have? You can change the camera roll if you want to change the angle, field of view. You can turn HDR on or off. You can also change the filter intensity. Oh, here we go. This is a better shot of it. So you can see you can apply filter to Eve or apply filter to others separately. There's zoom blur. Also pretty cool. You can see a light moving around. Here it says select lighting, so there's light 1, light 2. You can choose whether to activate it or not, and then choose the target, as well as cast shadow or not, and adjust the range. So here you can see the light bulb floating around. So I guess those are the different lights, like light 1, 2, 3. You can change the intensity of them as well. The hue, all this stuff. There's so many lighting options. This is actually awesome. You can change the frame, so now it's 4:3 aspect ratio. You got some logos, logo types, vignette intensity. Here's an example of like a Polaroid frame, and I guess there should be other frames as well. Yeah, because here you can see a frame instant film. So, you know, presumably you got a bunch of different frames. You can put some logos, like stickers pretty much on your image. Yeah, it's good stuff. And here's an example of the filter. So it's on for both Eve and others. That's awesome. This should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to make YouTube thumbnails with that. Okay. And then the soundtrack, of course. Go check it out. I mean, the soundtrack's incredible. I cannot wait to buy it physically. I really want to do giveaways for the soundtrack. That'd be fun. Okay, and then as far as the NieR Automata DLC, so here we can see that your drone skin changes and you can play as 2B clearly. With or without her bandana, or her eye mask. And here we are in the flooded commercial sector. So let's actually go back to the IPO article. All right, so this is the article from June 25th, earlier this year. And here in this article, we see Kim Hyung-tae, the CEO, director of the game, talks about how as time goes by, we are identifying new needs and are considering additional content for StellarBlade. There's a possibility that we will proceed with paid DLC due to elements such as external collaborations. So, NieR Automata, this would be an external collaboration. It should be a paid DLC, don't know how much it's going to be. All we know about it is that it's coming out this year in 2024. And yeah, so here he also mentions photo mode August. He said around August, so it's not that far off. We're at the end of September now, and should be getting it soon, sometime in October, I would guess. New character skins will be released after October. Don't know what that is. Large-scale collaboration, presumably that would be this NieR Automata DLC that they just announced. Additional DLC and sequels are scheduled to be released after that. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. If it is a large-scale collaboration, who knows what that'll be like. It could be more than just a 2B skin, because that wouldn't be large scale. I'm curious, maybe somehow they intertwine NieR Automata's world with StellarBlade's world. That'd be kind of sick, but we can only wait and find out. And at the very least, it's going to be a lot of fun just speedrunning as 2B, assuming it's a costume that persists through all your save files, even if you start a fresh new game. But yeah, I'm very excited. Maybe we'll do giveaways for that DLC as well. Okay, moving on to part 2 of the video. Next, I'm going to show you some stream highlights from yesterday's stream where I went in depth. I went through everything that the patch changed. Hello friends, and welcome to patch 1.007. Let's see what's up. Spoilers, there is no photo mode yet. The patch might be setting up for photo mode, but this video I'm going to be going through what's changed, and also I'm going to go through a bunch of speedrun skips. And if you're interested in the compendium, I created like a speedrun tech compendium. It's going to be in the pinned comment, so you can have that as well. Okay, let's get started. First of all, settings. Anything new in settings? Oh look, summer events content. Okay, so you can just turn this on or off. That's perfect. That is perfect. I wonder if you turn it... Okay, let's leave it off. I'm gonna leave it off and see if the music is still available in the camps, because that's what I was hoping they would do. Oh, look at that. So you can just press square. Okay, so that's nice. This is... Oh, that's really... Dude, shift up goes above and beyond. Look at this. Not only can you set... I'm amazed. This is so extra, but appreciated, because not only do you get to set a pin, you can set a specific type of pin and set up to 30, it seems. So let's say like, oh, there's a Natiba here or whatever. I don't know. Another map pin. I'm going to put a checkpoint there. I'm going to put puzzle piece. And then here, you can just change the pin icon. Even after you set it, you can change the pin icon. That's nice. You can start tracking that thing. You can't track multiples, but you can track one thing at a time. Let's see if everything pops up at the same time, though. Yeah, so only one thing will pop up at once. And then I'm just gonna... By the way, you can swipe up on your... If you didn't know, you can swipe up on the trackpad to open up your map. And if you swipe down, it pulls up your missions, your mission list. So that's cool. We could put up to 30 of these bad boys. Hell yeah. Fish. Maybe I want to fish there. I'm curious if... Here's another thing I'm going to test. I'm going to put all these pins. I'm going to put like a bunch of pins. Okay, whatever. All this stuff. Now, I'm going to run back. I'm going to get an autosave. And then I'm going to jump back into the game, and I'm going to see if the pins persist through loading in and out of the game. I'll even boot out of the game, actually. Alright. Reboot, back into the game. Do the map pins persist? Since you can set so many of them, you might want to just keep a pin somewhere if you're going back to a specific location a lot. And so, yeah, look, they persist. So they're still there. Everything is still there. The same icons are there. And that's really cool. That's great for making guides. Oh, not only is that great for making guides, hold on, I wonder if they would persist through New Game Plus. And the reason I say that is because, or even better, I wonder if it persists through different... I'm gonna test another thing. Put this here, put this here, put that there. Okay, I'm gonna put hella pins all over the place. I'm wondering, do they carry over across different saves? Because then what you could do is set up pins for maybe like a can that's really, you don't remember the... No one's going to do this besides unless you're doing crazy speedruns. Because I wanted to do a can % speedrun, and so I was just thinking right now, ooh, I could set up pins for those cans if like there's a tricky one I always forget where it is. So I'm going to load into one of my saves here. Let's go to like this one. This is right before Spire. Okay, so no, the pins are not here. This is a different save file. So the pins are only per save file. Okay, next, let's look at this ammo package thing. So first of all, it costs... Wait a minute. First of all, I'm broke. Let me go back to my other save. Wait a sec. Okay, we just figured it out. I was thinking it was an item that you carry around, but look, I'm gonna empty out all my ammo, and the price will just continue going up. Alright. Alright, I see. I see how this works. Let's just empty some of our guns here. And now you'll see on the right here, you can see this would give me 18 slug, 13 shotgun shells, 3 blaster shells, 8 explosive shells. This is kind of cool because it just makes it a little bit faster to menu. Honestly, it feels like this is for speedrunners. You know, it takes like a couple seconds to just buy extra ammo, but now in one fell swoop, you can replenish your ammo quickly. And that's why the quantity is always 1, because I don't need stinger ammo. You know, it just depends. Like, my ammo's full right now, so I can't buy this. If I fire 1 shot, I can buy it again. And it's just the price of 1 shotgun shell that I used. Okay, so that's ammo package. Nice speedrun quality of life thing. This is track number 2. Track number 3. Track number 4. Okay, so track number 5 is still Clyde's song. Track number 5 is still Clyde's song. And track number 6 is the summer music. Oh, look at that. That's great. Perfect. This is everyone wins. Now, that's a change I'm very happy about. Whenever you want, you can just listen to this song, even if you have... in settings, even if you have... summer event contest off. So that's good. Next thing to check. Since summer event contest is off, will I still be able to buy the costumes? Okay, no, yeah, these are the new ones. I'm an idiot. I didn't remember what these things looked like. So yeah. Alright, so nothing to fear. Forget the last like 10 minutes. The costumes are still there. Everything's fine. I was honestly thinking that I was a little bit upset for a moment because I didn't get any screenshots of the flavor text. And for my big flavor text video, I needed those costumes actually. Price is subverted. In case you wanted the costumes, you can still buy them. Okay. I'm curious if they changed anything about the summer area. Maybe they fixed the buoyancy. What was it on? It was on the little net. That thing sank every time. It still sinks, dude. They didn't fix that. It doesn't matter. I just think it's hilarious. When I made my original update video, this thing sank every time, and it still does. And then this is still signed by Eve. Cool. And then everything here is the same. Yeah, this is exactly the same. Okay, so one other thing you can do is you can favorite costumes. So maybe you love the Raven suit. Favorite that thing, and it'll always say at the top of your list. Besides what you have equipped. You can favorite an infinite amount of gears. If you have a certain set of gears you always like to go between. And then extra swines as well you can favorite. So you can favorite all that stuff. I don't have any earrings. I don't have any glasses, but I'm sure it would work on that stuff too. Because look, I can favorite tactical pack, my drone appearance. You know? So anything you can favorite. Wow. Anything on this menu, you can favorite. That's cool. Design. Here we go. So they're still here. So the 2 summer outfits are available. The glasses are available. The stuff is here. Even if you have summer content off and you do a fresh new game, it's available. So no worries. You cannot get locked out of it. You were able to get it, no problem. So here's the first skip. We jump through that. Okay, that's not even a skip. It's just like a tiny little tech. But instead of getting the forced walk, you can jump through it. Actually, I'll probably talk about the soundtrack as well. Okay, so this is it. All you have to do is go in that direction when you use your rush. And I heard it worked. I heard it worked because the music. So now Dozer's going to be here. As you can see, we skip 1 cutscene. So yeah, that's the skip. It's a very minor skip, but it does save time. Alright, so this is an itty bitty skip, which if you have never watched a speedrun, maybe you wouldn't know about this one, but I think some people would just find this casually. Because you can just jump here, you know. That's something that they would ever patch out, because that's like... To patch that out, they have to like add in an invisible wall, which would be so random. So I'm going to drop down to de-aggro all the enemies. Now that they've walked away, I'm going to come over here. Once you land on the first one, you're going to want to stop holding left stick forward. If you hold the left stick forward from here, you'll fall off automatically. So you want to do a jump and then go back to holding left stick forward, and then you do your dive kick. And that'll make it easier to reach. So that's the 3 that you got to do, and now you're up. And then from here, you can't really fail. It's harder to fail. All we're going to do is run along. We're going to drop down at this. There's a perpendicular bridge here. You can drop down here. You can do a safe landing if you want to, because otherwise you will take a little bit of fall damage. I can actually hear the enemies getting aggroed below us. Interesting. From here, just stick to the left and walk forward. You'll fall off where you need to. And then here, you can just walk through the wall. And then once you're past this wall, stop moving. Like right around here. I just walk forward a little bit, kind of slowly. And then I do an attack there to slow down my landing. And now from here, you've completed the out of bounds. If you want to get your drone upgrade module, which you probably do, you have to turn around. It'll trigger a cutscene, but that's normal. So you'll get this cutscene. You can skip it. And then you can turn around and get your drone upgrade module. This skip, I think, is harder to do than the previous big out of bounds that we did. But for completion's sake, I'm going to show it here. There we go, so I made it. And now from here, we just drop down. Take some fall damage, that's normal. I'm going to heal. And then from here, I'm going to do the easy version first. So if you do a sprint to the left and then do a dive kick, you can catch this. Okay, so that's the simple version. Or otherwise, from here, you could also do some dive kicks to catch onto a little invisible platform here. Although this is much more awkward. And then from here, you can do a jump and reach on, no problem. So that's the 2 versions. We just do a little jump here. You can get over that easily. You can do it cleaner than that as well, but it still works. There's no extra invisible wall. After you activate this button, you can go around backwards. So if you run back this way, I don't know how much faster this is, but it looks like it was just here. And then from here, you can jump over here. Okay, so that's my first time doing that. That's very straightforward. In fact, that's much easier than the other way. And you can press this button. So that does work. That's cool. Okay, so here's the other jump. This one's harder to do. But once you start falling off, you can do an air dash there. Like at the very tail end of that jump, you can make it across. The only thing about that one, it's not as good, is because the guys that come out the doorway on the right are still... you're considered in combat, so when you go to press the button, you gotta wait like an extra 5 or 6 seconds, and so it's not really that much faster. If anything, it saves like 1 second. So from here, you can do a delayed double jump with an air dash and get across. Okay. So they didn't add an invisible wall. That'd be really miserable if they did. I'm glad there's no invisible wall there. And then you can also jump across here, as long as you're running. If you got a sprint going, you can make it across no problem. You can avoid a forced walking section. The train cart, okay, the train in front of us, if you walk across it, Adam slows you down. But just drop here. And you can skip that, so that's no problem. It still works. And then the last thing is we can skip another forced walking section. Here on the floor, there's a little horizontal line right here. I did one early, but it still works. It still works though, I just did it a little bit too early. Okay, let's see if I doubt they patched this. This is just a tiny itty bitty little jump here. Yeah, nice. This still works. This hasn't changed at all. It feels exactly the same. So matrix skip is intact. We're good there. There are the remains of the sculling, but after we reactivate the lift, we can use onslaught 1 here. Just triangle, triangle, triangle. To get over this, and it still works, so that's the same. That hasn't changed. So yeah, so far every skip has worked. Nice. Okay, he's on his way back. And then from here, grab the rope. Land on this. Around here, we do a jump to the side. Grab this ledge. Drop down, do my second jump. And that's Abyss skip. One, two. Oh, okay. So yeah, if I stay more to the left, we're good. Oh my gosh, Shinigami, you're a genius. Oh, Shinigami, your brain is so big. This is amazing. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go down a little bit. Not too much, though. Swim in this direction towards the waterfall. Go down a little bit more. I gotta swim towards the waterfall and just basically go straight there. Eventually some more lights will appear. And then we'll despawn. We'll go fall. And we should reappear inside the cave. Skipping the damn skip. So yeah, this still works awesome. 1, 2. And then from here, Taki mode. We're gonna do a nice wide double jump. That still works. Let me do it again. One, two. Taki mode skip, yeah, it works perfectly. It feels exactly the same. Doesn't feel any different. Alright, from here, if you don't know the light skip, you can approach it multiple ways. This is my favorite way of approaching it, though. I usually jump from about here. And then from here, you just do a double jump. The only trick with that one is to make sure you don't tilt your left analog stick before you've started your jump from the light. Getting up to the light is the easy part. Jumping from it is harder, because if you tilt your left analog stick first, you're going to lose a little bit of height, and you want to be at a good height, you know? So I start from the rightmost box, and you want to approach it from the front. If you approach it from the side, that guard right there, the droid, the shield guy, could notice you. From here, this is the most important part. Make sure you're sprinting here. If you're sprinting there, and then do a dash there, you'll get over it, no problem. If you get hit by the tentacles, they'll knock you towards the shield guy here. You see that shield guy? And then if you're close enough to him, it's gonna mess up everything, because then he'll notice you. By the way, you do have to wait a little bit, because the tentacles see you. But if you break line of sight with them, listen for the music, then you know you're safe. I just went a little bit too early, but that's that skip. Here, let me show you. We're gonna jump from here up to here. There's a middle platform. Jump from there to here, and then we're gonna jump up to the top. But there's some nuance, because you can feel like you're trapped here. So you gotta kind of jump out and then up to the next one. So from here, up, and then we start walking off. And then from there you can do a double jump. And that's that skip. It saves a bit of time if you get it like second try, it's still good. And then I like to use my rush here, past the tentacle, because the tentacle does spawn in there. That guy shouldn't even notice you, to be honest. Jump here with an air dash, and then we're gonna do a straight sprint over there to that enemy. So make sure you're sprinting. As you can see, the sprint, your double jump gets you most of the way. And then that's it. Now you're through. This saves you a lot of time because you don't have to fight all of the machine hives. Like, if you look back, like here, there's the wall. There's a machine hive right there. Let me show you, actually. Skips that guy. It skips this guy that we just got knocked down, but yeah, you'd have to fight this guy normally. Which I guess now we're going to. This one is very minor, but it's definitely worth doing. So you just do a delayed double jump right here, and you catch that ledge. Saves a good amount of time. Alright, so the next thing is like a little trick. It's not really a skip so much. It saves some time, but it's not really like a glitch at all. I didn't get my... Normally you would do that with a running start, but I didn't get a running start. So as you can see there, you can kind of jump around, and that saves a little bit of time. Okay, so from here, all you gotta do is just jump towards this. You don't gotta air dash or anything. The cutscene just sucks you in, because like the trigger for the cutscene's pretty big, so... Alright, so there's the final boss. There's the final camp. But if you didn't want to stop at the camp, you could just run straight over this way, jump over here, that rock kind of pushes you. And depending on where you land, you could do a safe landing. I didn't get it there. But yeah, generally, I take a little bit of damage there.